Oh yeah. I just want the energy to be really chill today. Cause it just feels like it's kind of necessary. Ah, Brandon says, shush yourself, I'm watching the new Bad Boys movie. Well, then you might just want to go watch that and turn me and Grimmer off right now, because we are I really had to struggle with myself today. Oh, and look, Susan, I put the date back there. I know that light on that top shelf, you can't even see the light. There's a light up there, but you can't even see it at all. But you can see the date. They still can't see it, Grim. So, I don't know. Today, would you stop?
You're in the woods.
I'm going to show them all that in a second, so you'll have to get your camera ready, will you? The light on your camera.
Oh,
flashlight, babe. Okay.
Yes.
See, it's that kind of day where normally Grim and I have this like stellar communication with one another. Some days we don't. And we've both been feeling really tired today. And we're getting a lot of things accomplished, but we're just doing it kind of on our own time, aren't we, babe?
There's no rush in what we're doing.
There's no rush today. And it just feels like I've heard from a number of you that have sent me messages over the last day or so that has said you're feeling quite exhausted. Susan says, woohoo, June 7th. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I figured you might appreciate the old calendar block. Haven't seen it for a minute. The last date that was set on there, Susan, I hate to tell you, was May 17. And then before that was May 3rd. So May was not the month for 420-ish tarot, but
not our witchiest month.
Not our witchiest month. But that's okay. We've all been doing a little bit of healing and growing, and that's what today was. I was really dragging my knuckles. I did not want to do 420-ish tea and tarot today. And Susan sent me my, charge your phone battery reminder early on, like always, and I started to send her a text, just cancel it. And then I erased that and I said, no, I'm going to do it. And then she sent me another reminder with the title and date for 420-ish tea and tarot, and I almost sent her another text. I asked Graham, how are you feel okay about canceling 420 today? And he said, it's totally up to you. Where's your energy level? And I said, well, I did give them homework on Wednesday, but I'm so tired. And then I realized that it's exactly at those times when I do need to deliver a message, because there are a lot of us that are feeling very tired right now, very tired. I think that, my voice agrees, I guess. I think that those of us that are empaths, and that is quite a few of you, I believe that we tend to feel the weight of the world a little bit more on our shoulders. And I know most of the folks that are out there right now, as I see the names, floating by, I know that you are sensitive like me to the energies of other people. And even though right now we are doing our best, I don't know about you, but Grim and I are doing a fair amount of hermiting in spite of the fact that it's spring, we're out working in the yard a lot and planning and working with the land, but we're also just not involving ourselves with a lot of extra things right now. I don't know if you feel that way too, but it can be exhausting just to go to the grocery store and
It's
come
exhausting
home.
sometimes, just finding your center, your ground.
Right. And we need to acknowledge that, because, you know, a lot of times when we feel that exhausted feeling, the first thing we think about is, well, we didn't get enough sleep last night, right? And that's our first thought. And oh yeah, I kept waking up. That makes sense. Oh, I must have had a lot of dreams. I must not have slept well. So that goes through our minds. And then the next thing is, oh my gosh, I wonder, maybe I have sleep apnea. Maybe there's something, the TV, I know Grim left the TV on. It was up kind of loud last night. That tends to wake me up. Oh yes, I think of 1,000 reasons why I might be tired. But the truth of it is that the weight of the energy of the world right now, it's kind of like maybe not even all yet, but a lot of the chips have been thrown up in the air. Whoosh! And we're just waiting to see where they're all going to fall. We don't know how things are going to fall when they do land. And so we're feeling a lot of exhaustion. We're feeling stressed. We're feeling overwhelmed. You know, it's difficult right now to know who to turn to, who to believe, and who to trust. And I guess that's why I wanted to talk today. Grim and I lost Wi-Fi last night. We lost Wi-Fi around 4:30. We didn't know it till about 5. And then, so it stayed out until after our Purple Door Guild Leaders meeting, which we have on the first Thursday of every month. And by the time it came back on, it was well after 9, and I was already exhausted. And I know my team, the Guild Leader team, was exhausted. And we did do a little bit of conversing about a few things. But one of the topics that just kept coming up was this kind of disconnected feeling that a lot of us are experiencing right now. It's like, it's hard to feel very impassioned about certain things right now. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that there are a few of you, like I've said, you know, even in the midst of this weird energy, there are a few of you that have found, you know, new romance in your life. There are a few of you that are manifesting a new place to live. There are a few of you that are dealing with, you know, grief in your life. There are a few of you that are trying to just figure out your next best step from moment to moment. And I wanted you to know that word withstanding that we started sharing a year or two ago together, it just means so much to me now. And that's why I decided to go live. I want you to know you're not alone in these feelings. You're not alone in the exhaustion. You're not alone in the stress. You're not alone in the just wanting to shut the world away. I would love to just have a big old pajama party. We could just watch whatever series, we could binge watch whatever, and all of us just hold up safe and sound in one little bubble, completely secure. But that's just not how the world works right now. So we hold up on our own, and we reach out to people that we need when we need to talk to somebody. That's what we do. It's about sharing and growing our community. It's about learning who you can and cannot kind of vibe with, because really within a community as large as the Purple Door is. And I say large because I know there are groups that are much, much bigger. But ours has always stayed right around 6,000. Sometimes it drops a little, sometimes it goes over a little, but it's just right around 6. And, we love it that way. It's organic. We don't go out and seek people to join. We don't try to entice folks into the Purple Door. That's just not who we are. And that's not who you are either. But
those that find us will.
Those that find us do. And a lot of us, I think, find a common bond with one another. We realize that, yes, we all have these, a lot of us are having memory issues right now again. It's cropped up out of nowhere, where even 2 months ago you might have been doing much better, but now all of a sudden you're lucky if you can remember. Even if you write it down, you forget what you were supposed to be doing. And I know that isn't just a me thing. I know that it's affecting quite a few others. I just remind myself, and I'd like to remind you as well. Yes, there's a lot of chaos in the world, but remember, the energy and the density of the earth is shifting. And as we go through these shifts, our bodies, our energy bodies, our physical bodies, our mental, emotional bodies, and that spiritual connection all has to adjust as well. It's not just like down here, it's all of it. So when I go through phases where my memory is just, really struggling, and I get to the point where I worry about my memory sometimes, but then I remember that this goes in cycles with ascension. It is not always a constant. And that's what I need to remind you. And I feel like a few of you needed to hear that today. This is not a constant. It will be temporary. It will be temporary. Allow yourself to align with the energies. Allow yourself to align with the frequencies. It doesn't mean giving in. No. It just means adjusting to the pressure, adjusting to the frequency, recognizing it. And basically, if you want to look at it from a warrior aspect, because I know align makes it sound like we're supposed to just do this like smooth hippy dippy. You know what it is? When you align with that energy, you understand it to the point that now you can move on to the next level of perspective. That's what aligning is. That's what aligning is. And so don't be put off by that word when I say align and allow. That just is a verbal cue to you to like, oh yeah, I can't just hold on to these rigid, I got to run things my way moments. We got to align things. We get headaches. First thing we do, a lot of folks do, is pop a pill. We try to align first, pressure points, breathing, aligning, making sure we take good deep breaths. I know you guys know all this. Anywho, I wanted to show you what we have been doing today. I'm going to take you off my phone thing here for a minute. And I'm gonna be opening a box because, how do I flip this? Flippy! There you are. Because I got a package in the mail today, you see? And it's from a place called Leprechaun Lane, you see. And so I was gonna open this box. I want you guys to see what's in it. I'm really excited. There's Grimmer over there, past my tea. And we're setting up for not only a psychic night and night market this evening, but also just kind of trying out some new spots. There's a hat of Angela's up there. I put a flower on it. I got to fix it yet. But here is one of our trees with some of Jem's pendulums and a few of these little darling little fairy things. that we're starting to carry. They're so cute. But let's back to this box because I've been waiting on this. So, Grim, you want to do us the honors?
You're going to put yourself back in the stand?
Not quite. Do you have it so I can point it down there?
Yeah, okay.
I should move that stuff. What is that stuff?
That's the shells that you did.
Oh, my other shawls. I'm so excited what's in there. I know what some of these things are, I gotta admit. I love Leprechaun Lane. I mean, how many people receive a box from Leprechaun Lane? Come on. That alone is cool. Alrighty.
Oh, look at that color.
Ooh, you guys can't see this lovely green, but it might look gray through my screen, but
Turn that.
oh, look at that beautiful green witch hat. Oh, Angela, that's a gorgeous one. That's gorgeous. You're putting away too. Oh yeah, pretty. Oh, I love that one. All right, what's the next one? Oh, that one's cool. Oh my God, I always love all these, and then I want to keep them all, but I can't
This
do
one
that.
is. I like that one.
Isn't that pretty? That's very
I
creative.
really like the color of that green one.
Oh, I know somebody has already been asking for this one.
Oh.
So this one is already kind of spoken for. Another purple and black hat. That is gorgeous. I'll have to contact the person that wanted that one. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, another black one. Ooh, I love that's a beautiful, huge brim.
I like this.
I love that hat. Stick that up. No, you have glasses on your hat. I love that, Grim. It looks good on you. You're going to garden in that hat? That's wonderful. Yes, LJ, come by one of Angela's hats when you're here. Angela, I love those hats. Oh, my God.
This one's cool.
Yeah, I love that one. I've loved every one of them so far. Last hat. Oh, that one's cool, too. It's a little bit shorter. Brim's a little bit smaller, but I love it.
Holds its weight well, though.
Yep.
That's a good one.
And sometimes you don't want a huge pointed hat on the top. Push it down and go to town. Very good. And then she said enjoy. So look what else she sent here. We've got red rose tea, which is
Oh my God.
my favorite
We haven't been
kind
able to
of
find
tea.
that anywhere around here.
I cannot find this. I cannot find.
Unless you can order it by the case.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's that in there, Grimmer? Oh, she knows, Grim. Caramel hard candies, Werther's. That's awesome.
Well, first of
All these folks are talking about those lovely hats, but I'm just still going through this. Oh, y'all, sweet tea, very raspberry. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Sweet is in our name, but there is no sugar added. Sweetened to your liking. I love it. Thank you. Awesome. You know I love this. And what is it that you have? I'm wearing, oh yeah. Little spiders. Those are awesome. I'd forgotten about these guys. I wanted to stick one on my hat. These are awesome. Awesome, awesome. Little spiders. I love those. And what else is there, Grim? Oh, lovely. That, is right up my alley as well. Right up Grim's alley. Oh, yes, you look lovely, babe. You really do. So, thanks, Angela Turley. I love you. This is such a lovely surprise. Grim's got the Werthers already. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, let me turn this back around so you can see my face. And you know, if you guys want, I know a couple of you had said you wanted a hat just now, and so let me know again who can somebody, Susan or some, I don't mean to always make it Susan, but Grim, can you turn off this big light above me? I feel like I'm being interrogated. Thank you. That's a little better.
This is a share size bag. So
Oh, thank you. He gave me a Werther's.
I shared.
Such a nice guy. So
Just have him send you a message.
yeah, somebody count them for me and figure out who. LJ says I want the black one.
Uh-oh.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out because I want you guys to get one, and then a little 20% of it goes to the Purple Door, and the rest goes back to Angela. So we want to get these on the website, but we decided that we're going to redo our website one more time because we keep evolving and things just keep changing in our lives, and it's a representation of who we are. We've been thinking about redoing some of the sigils for the guilds, tweaking them just a little bit. Sometimes it's good. No, it usually always is good. I can't think of, well, no, I can actually think of. There are times when it's best to let a spell rest. Sometimes it's best to let a spell rest. But sometimes it's good to refresh it. And so that's why we're thinking about maybe refreshing those guild sigils. And I think it would be a good time. We're kind of starting over again, recreating one more time. And I know it sometimes gets tiring to kind of reinvent again. But, you know, I think it just means that we have a life that isn't stagnant. And
Well, part of the evolution is constantly, it's not constantly, a lot of it is the people in our lives change and evolve with us in such a way that their energies get incorporated into what we're building
right,
and creating.
right. We had no idea, you know, that what a blessing it would be to land in the church for a while. I mean, I always dreamed of living here because it's just this beautiful old building, but it never seemed to be in my cards until it was. And, you know, when we talked on Wednesday, we were talking about your homework was to dream what heaven is like on earth for you. What would heaven be like? If you could have the life you want, if you could create it any way that you wanted to. Kelly wants to say hi. Come on up. There she is. Hi, baby. Grim, she just tooted. Did you hear that? Did you? You gotta go potty? I thought you just went potty. Oh, I know what it is. I've got candy in my mouth.
You say it's not potty.
She has a sweet tooth, but she tooted. You're a stinky girl. Go. I don't mean to be stink shaming you. I love you. I do. Now go. Get along, little doggy. She's after my butterscotch. Anyways, yeah, that's why I decided today to just, you know, make sure we got together anyhow. This is a Withstanding Friday. And I gave you homework.
Yeah, I was saying the homework needs to be revisited.
But I think, you know, it's not something we can just create in 2 days, is it? I mean, did any of you get to the point where you have it all planned out and you have your answer ready? If I ask you to describe what your perfect situation is, would you have the answer right now? If you do, say yes down there. But I think most of us still need a little time. I know I do. But the thing is, we need to be reminded that we can dream like that.
Kelly's dreaming of.
Some of us feel real stuck where we are. You know. Oh, I got to the crunchy part.
Angela Werther's was my granddad's favorite candy. And when he quit smoking, he had been a smoker for, 50 years or so. And one morning he woke up and said, "This is my last cigarette." And he lit it up, smoked it down, put it out, and walked away from smoking.
That was it?
That was it. Not another cigarette. But he ate so many Werthers that his doctor was like, "No, you can't do this." Switched him over to, he ended up switching over to sugar-free Lifesavers.
Sugar-free Lifesavers.
Because the Werthers he was
because he was eating so much sugar that he was making a diabetic, probably. Oh my God.
And he was gaining weight, not only because he had quit smoking, but he was just...
Well, he was a chain smoker, right?
Oh, yeah. His ashtray was his shirt pocket.
Oh, don't talk about that. I would
that?
have put my foot down. No way. I'd be like, "You're washing your own laundry, sir. I'm not ever touching your clothes." So anyways, I don't remember
Stuck feeling.
Yeah, stuck feeling. Oh, and I wanted to say, I'm feeling this stuck energy in more locations than just, people's hearts and minds right now, feeling kind of stuck. Some folks are feeling stuck that they have a big decision and they don't know which direction to go. Some people are feeling completely uninspired. And that feels stuck, especially if you're used to getting up and going, used to doing things, So, then, see, I just heard something there.
Okay.
Grim and I were invited over to a home earlier this week. One of the things that we do when we're in a physical location is we offer our services to come bless houses and in some cases clear houses if they have a lot of haunting activity going on and it's starting to affect the family. So one of the houses that we went to recently, that was the theme in that house too. It just felt like someone felt very trapped and stuck. Some people right now that I know are feeling very trapped and stuck in their own abilities. They feel like, what's the purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Looking for answers and really not able to find them right now.
There's another witches group that I'm in right now, and that's been the topic of conversation for like 3 days now. Dozens of people lamenting that they can't figure out what their magical gift is, what their talent is, what their magic is. And as many times as I explain to them that it's not a matter of having a magical gift, it's just being open to receive the magic that's available out there.
Right.
It's hard for people to grasp.
Right, because and what I always tell people when I'm teaching, I find myself having to remind folks that if you don't believe in magical skills and abilities, if you think that somehow your own body has to prove it first, your own abilities have to kind of prove themselves to you first before you believe in them, well, they're going to keep themselves in hiding. You have to believe in the abilities first. You have to believe that those things are possible.
I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tin hat here. I don't know why I call them tin hats.
Can I point the camera at you? You want me to?
No, I'm just going to say,
okay.
Believing in those abilities doesn't mean that you need physical proof. that it's there and that you have accessed it. It's kind of to put it bluntly, when the Catholic Church decided to separate the flock from the magic, they needed us to put our faith somewhere other than the magic, other than what was readily available for us all, and they redirected our faith in magic to a faith in a religion. They removed our ability, or they separated us from our ability to just absorb what we shouldn't have to prove exists, and rebranded it.
They made us doubt ourselves.
Yes.
They made us doubt ourselves, and sometimes, in some cases, doubt what's right in front of us, right in front of our very eyes. We look and something happens, and we see it in amazement, and then we talk ourselves right out of it.
Yeah.
We talk ourselves right out of believing it. Because I get it. You know, some of these things are scary. Some of these things, we can't understand them. We can't see them. We don't know what governs their realm that they're living in. So it's scary. It's scary for a person who is just for the first time seeing shadow people, or hearing bumps in the kitchen, or rattling dishes, or lights flickering. Some of us are used to that, and we've been around it for a very long time, but others, it's very new, and it's very frightening, and it's hard to understand. But those things you've heard us say 1,000 times, those things are around us all the time anyway. The realms are lined up one on top of the other, stack, so closely together that in some cases it's just one little thing off that's different from one realm to the next. It's quite amazing. Keep your chin up through this time. When you're feeling down, when you're feeling exhausted, when you're feeling like, you just, all the things you wanted to do today, they just need to wipe the slate clean and not do any of them. What about pick one of those things and get that accomplished, and then see how you feel? And if you're still exhausted and tired, then pat yourself on the back and put the things that can be on the back burner for another day. Give yourself permission to do that. There's nobody saying that you have to get it all done right now. I know that when I look around here and I look on the website, like, how could I possibly be taking on another rebuild of the website? How could I possibly? But it feels necessary. It feels time to streamline things. It's time to dial things in and make things work as best they can right now for us, to make things work as smoothly as possible. No, we don't need to fight upstream on everything. We can, let some of these things just flow. And I feel like I don't even know what this card is yet, but I have a feeling it has to do with what we're talking about, because I really feel this energy around us, completely surrounding us today, all of us. It's a real subtle energy, and it is purple, but it's like a misty purple, like almost gray, but a tinge of purple, and it's just the most beautiful, relaxing, soft, like when you walk through fog that's just the right temperature that you can barely feel it on your face. It feels like you're walking through lace. Surrounding us all, offering us peace, offering us calmness in our heart, patience and contentment. Patience and contentment. The card for today is the Four of Pentacles in the reverse position. I got my old Tarot Apocalyptica deck out here today. She's been in hiding for a while. You know, a lot of times we talk about waiting to get our ducks perfectly in a row. And then sometimes we say, you know what, don't wait till your ducks are perfectly in a row. Because if you wait to get them all perfectly in a row, you're going to be waiting for a really long time. Sometimes you just got to take the ducks that you do have figured out and move forward with what you have. It doesn't mean that you have to settle with that particular combination of ducks. You will have the opportunity to shift and change as you continue to move forward. After all, ducks land and fly off and land again all the time. It's a constant shifting, especially if there are several flocks together. Yes, I'm speaking metaphorically, but what is holding you back from making that dreamscape in your mind of what exactly you would like for yourself? Putting aside that you might have to stay right where you are till you can retire, or you have to stay right where you are because you can't think about being anywhere else, really. I get that. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Get it. So if that's the case, if where you are right now is part of your definition of perfect, then build around what you have. What ducks do you have in a row right now that you can build on to? Boy, my camera is like moving in and out. Is it because I'm talking with my hands?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stay very still. Because it was like, whoa. It was, for a minute, it was weird. Anywho, don't wait for all your ducks to be in a row. Move forward with the ducks that you do have. And what I mean by that is the things that the things that you can enjoy them now. Don't wait until 5 years from now when you can retire. If there's a part of what you have in place right now, you're just kind of holding it in place until you get to a certain level or achievement, but you're just holding back on this reward because you're not there yet or whatever. I would consider maybe employing that gift or reward into your life right now, because it might be exactly what you need to get you moving back toward your goal and your plan in the first place. Or perhaps it's time to rethink your goal and plan. Perhaps that's what's kind of holding you up and getting this dreamscape into place, is because things keep shifting and you don't quite know who is steady in your life. Maybe you're waiting to see where those chips fall. It could be. But the things that you can do for yourself now that bring you joy, do them. As long as they harm no other living creature, being. And I'm serious, I'm even talking about rocks, y'all. I don't approve of painted rocks, and I'll talk about that at another time. Some painted rocks, yes, but not all painted rocks. That's another story. Somebody remind me to tell you why. It involves a fairy mound and a really long story, and I will tell it sometime, but not now. But anyhow, just long story short, wanted to join you today to just, send y'all a virtual hug, spend a little time with you. I know it's Friday and a lot of people are busy on Friday. Keep dreaming, y'all. Keep dreaming about what that bigger picture looks like for you. Don't let that go because you have these other sorts of steps of drudgery to get through. Now, I'm not saying that you should just ditch those 5 years and move to the country. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying if you've got a garden plan that you have in mind for this house that you've dreamt about and you want to create this garden for yourself. Well, you don't have that house yet, but you do have a place that you can garden. So do little things for yourself now. You might dream of having a garden with a chandelier hanging in it somewhere off of a tree branch. That would be lovely to have that. I think it's beautiful. Why can't you create that where you are now? Or some semblance of it. I don't mean to rub it in the face of those who don't have the privilege of having a real outdoor space. My heart aches for you in those moments because it's such a important part of my life. But then again, I know you love just where you are too. Don't stop yourself from dreaming right now. Keep on dreaming and manifest the things that you have the ability to manifest in your life. There's no guarantee that 5 years from now you'll be retiring, because who knows? So enjoy the things that you can enjoy now. Keep things simple. Keep things straightforward. Align and allow the energies as much as possible. Don't fight this uphill battle constantly. It's just wearing you down. Allow yourself to go with the flow a little bit. Take it easy on yourself. I know you blame yourself for a lot of things and you've taken on a lot of guilt over the years, but this isn't the time for that anymore. This is the time for letting go of those things. This is the time for addressing the elephant in the room. It doesn't mean that you have to have a big argument with the other person. It means you tell the other person, listen, I'm going through some changes and I need to talk to you about it. But I'm not able to talk to you if you're going to be yelling and throwing a fit. Because that's just not communication. That's degradation. That's humiliation. That's triggering. That's not getting us anywhere. So when we can both talk, let's come back. I think that a lot of us are learning how to speak up for ourselves and share our voices. For me, I've never been one to hold back. I know some of you think I'm sort of a timid and quiet person, but I am to some degree, but I have always been an out in the front, go-getter kind of person. But even within that, I find myself, just needing to kind of pull back and reassess some things and know where I'm spending my energy, know who I'm spending it with. And the output has to match the input. And if you need to take more breaks and a few more deep breaths than normal right now, then you allow yourself that time. You allow yourself whatever you need to get through these moments, because it's a real intense period. And I know everybody's feeling it. Just remind yourself, it isn't just you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you because you're feeling this way, because you're feeling isolated or somehow disconnected, or not even connected to your own gifts and abilities. I understand that one too. It's a real disconnected feeling. Know that it's temporary. And when you can, take good deep breaths, put your feet on the floor and align and allow. All right. I just keep saying that over and over again, but that's what Spirit is just encouraging me to share with you. And I'm looking at all these comments about hats. All those thank you. Love the hats. Awesome. I keep reading the same thing. Got a couple of hi Callies in there. thank you guys for organizing that that hat situation for me. I see that somebody was taking notes, and you'll get to us. We'll
include one Werther's candy with every hat purchase.
Yes, we will. We'll include one Werther's candy from Angela with every hat purchase. 20% goes to the Purple Door.
I already sent Susan the pricing.
Oh, good. Oh, good, good, good. All right, y'all. Well, I think that Grim and I are going to finish putting some things out and getting ready to open our doors for the night. Don't even know if anybody will show up. So if you're looking for a reading, send me a text, because I'll do pay what you can tonight. It's still kind of new moon energy out there right now, so take advantage of it. All right, y'all. Don't forget to pause for peace, 9 p.m. tonight, tomorrow, the next night, and share, share, share. It's about sharing. It's about balance, about finding harmony in the world, and remembering that we're supposed to continue dreaming. That's how we manifest, right? All right. Love y'all. Withstanding. Stay magical.